欢迎来中国的上海。今天天气不好，很冷，但是今天我给你看龙华塔。Welcome back to Shanghai, China. Today it is extremely cold, but I have something very, very exciting to show you. We're going to get a little bit of culture today. Welcome to Longhua Pagoda. As we enter, we are greeted by this huge red dragon. This is for Chinese New Year. Today's date is February the 6th, 2026. And this entire month is a holiday here in China. I'm from England, but I live here and I'm working here as a primary school teacher. So I am on holiday right now. And there are so many amazing things around Shanghai that I'm going to show you this month. So hit subscribe if you're interested or curious about what life is like in China, because maybe you've never seen this before. Look what these people are doing. So they have their incense and they're walking around the pagoda. All of these people are praying to get rich this year. They're hoping for good health, and I hope that you have an amazing year as well. We're going to be walking around Longhua Pagoda just a little bit today. I don't want to get in the way too much because this is a very, very important place for a lot of people that we're going to see today. So I'm going to be hanging back just a little bit, but I think it's very, very interesting that I can show you this kind of stuff. By the way, this pagoda was built in the 10th century. 10th century. We're talking 1,000 years old, and it's made of wood. It is incredible that this has lasted 1,000 years. So these people are walking around with their incense. You can buy it over there. I'm going to show you just in just a second, but they're walking around. Hopefully you can hear the music, and they're hoping for an amazing new year. It's not just a pagoda that we can see. The surrounding area is just absolutely beautiful. It's taken care of so well. It's spotless. There is so much space here for people to do what they need to do. And there is a better view of the Longhua Pagoda. I love seeing this kind of stuff. Like I said, just hanging back just a little bit. Don't want to get in the way of anybody because it's a very important time of year for a lot of these people. But the surrounding areas, you can see the lanterns here. You can see some of the Hanzi, which is Chinese writing, and I cannot read any of that. Look at that. That is extremely difficult for me to read. It's difficult for me to read the Chinese writing when it's typed out. So when it's written like this, it's even more difficult for me. Extremely interesting though. You can see the lanterns go all the way around. I'm sure it looks beautiful at night. I wish you could smell what I can smell because everybody has lit their incense. And they're saying their prayers. He's a big buoy. That is a big buoy. Got a pond over here. Don't see any fish. Oh, there's a cat there. See the cat? I'm sure he's looking for fish as well. These ponds usually have huge... Oh, there's a turtle. Don't want to get in the way of that guy. But there is a turtle right there. You see him? There are so many of these temples and pagodas in Shanghai and all over China. I've been to a lot of them, but I've actually never seen this before. I've never seen people walk around in a circle like this with the incense. Every single temple will have the incense that you can buy, but I've never seen them walking around like this. Maybe it's specific to this Longhua temple, Longhua Pagoda. I really don't know. Fascinating. Let's walk around just a little bit, see some more of that writing. I'm sure someone will tell me what it means because I cannot read any of it. Still trying to stay out the way. 我知道很多中国人看我的视频，谢谢你。如果你喜欢我的视频，可以关注我。我不是游客，我住在Shanghai. Thank you so much for the support so far on these China videos. This is the 5th or 6th video that I filmed so far, and there's so many people out there seeing China for the first time in my videos, and they're surprised and they're curious and they're excited to see more, and that makes me really, really happy because these videos are so fun for me to film, just because I know that maybe people didn't know China looked like this. Maybe people have never seen something like this before. So yeah, It makes me really happy that I can show people stuff like this. There's a lot more going on, so we're going to see it right now. Let's take a look over here because we can see where people are buying the incense from. I hope you can hear that music. It's so peaceful. People walking around listening to the music. I was going to come here very, very early morning. Now it's like 1 p.m. but it was pouring with rain, so I'm coming here a little bit late, but I'm so glad that I came here today because it's so cool. Look at this huge gate. And then over here I can show you the incense. So here's where you can buy your incense. You need to scan that QR code and pay 20 yuan, which is about $3 US, and then you just grab it off the table. And you can notice that there is no employees here. There's no workers here. People are not going to steal it. By the way, I would not be doing the incense today just because it doesn't mean anything to me and I don't want to make a mockery of it. So I've noticed something. So as these people walk around the pagoda, they have not lit their incense yet, because I've noticed through the gate that this is where people light their incense. So let's see what they're doing in here. Beautiful big gate. So there's fire pits here, people are lighting the incense, and then they're bowing to the temple. I assume this is the temple, that's the pagoda over there. Very cool. I have seen this before, they bow to each side. Fascinating. It smells so good, that incense smells so nice. Some more buildings over here with those lanterns. Look at that view. Incredible that people will come in here 1,000 years ago. Amazing. There's a lot of people over there with their incense bowing. There's more going on this way. Let's check it out. You see those lanterns? Very nice, very nice. Another cat. So people are lighting the incense on the fire over there, and then that is where they put their incense out when they're finished. Closer look at the temple there. So cool. Again, look at that view. See the big gate. Wow. There's more to see. You can take a look behind the temple. There's some more stuff going on here. Wow, cool flowers. She's gonna kneel down, yeah. People come here to pray as well. This place is incredible. And I honestly don't think you need to be religious to appreciate stuff like this, you know? Wow. This is cool. This is so cool. I have seen these before. There's a big temple in Shanghai called Jing'an Temple. It's probably the most famous. And they have a huge one of these. It's like, I don't know, 20 foot tall, but people throw money into it. But no one's throwing money into this one, so maybe they don't do it here. It's so cool. Even the cats are getting their prayers in. I'm pretty uneducated about this stuff, so does it mean something different to pray at this temple rather than that temple over there? I honestly don't know. But there are so many temples here. It goes way back there. I honestly thought there was one big one, but there's not. Oh, these are the ribbons. I think they're for wishes, or maybe they're fortunes. Unfortunately, I cannot read any of them, so I'm not sure what they say. And there are cats everywhere. You are free to walk into any of these temples here, and I don't think it's right for me to take videos or pictures in any of them, but I just went into this one here. And I did ask the lady in there if it's okay if I take videos. It's not against the rules to take videos or pictures, but I just don't feel right doing it. But I had to show you this one. Check this out. There are just golden Buddhas everywhere. It is so cool. So I did ask permission. She did say yes, but it's not against the rules to film in any of them, but I just don't want to. But they're all different. Like, they all have different stuff inside. And like I said, I don't really know the difference between the different temples. I'm sure they mean different things to different people. And some people just come here just to play with the cats. Man, yeah, I had to show you that one. I've never seen anything like that. So many gold Buddhas. There's more to see. We can go way in the back. I love seeing this stuff. So many flowers in that one. This is not a tourist attraction, by the way. I just think it's interesting for me to show you this. I haven't seen another foreigner here. Only me, so it's definitely something interesting. But yeah, it's not a touristy thing. And I'm trying to be as respectful as possible, but I still want to show you what's going on. The Buddha in that one, it has like 10 or 12 arms. I think I've seen that one before. This place is so fascinating. It's getting colder, by the way, and it's just started raining. Amazing. There's a real life monk. There's a sign over here. I have to show you it. It says monk's room. No admission except an invitation. I don't have an invitation. Let's say hello to one of these cats. He does not want to be my friend. He looks mean. So here's all the information, and there is nothing in English, which is fine. I'm not complaining. See, there's so much history that happened here. Very cool. I bet it looks even better in the summertime or the spring. They got a big restaurant here. Look at all these people. Crazy busy. Check out these bonsai trees. That is cool. Check out this elephant. Is that half elephant, half something else? I don't know. I can't work it out. Seems longer than a regular elephant. So I got a question recently about the bathroom situation here in China, and I just went to the bathroom here, and somebody asked me, do they have those squat toilets? And yeah, they do, especially at historical places like this, because the people that have those squat toilets, usually older people and people that live like outside of major cities, like live in villages and stuff. So of course, a place like this, historic place like this, they expect older people to visit, and they expect tourists from outside of the busy city to visit. So usually on the door, I can't believe I'm talking about bathrooms, but on the door it will say like squat toilet, and then I think it says like normal toilet or sit down toilet or something. But I just went inside there, and every single door said squat toilet, squat toilet, squat toilet. So I guess if you're visiting China, then be prepared for that. I've luckily never had to use one. All the times I've lived in Shanghai, lived in China, traveled all the way around the country, I've never had to use a squat toilet, and I'm very, very glad about that. But here, that's the only option. So yeah, be prepared for that, I guess. I can show you some of the Chinese writing here. It is crazy that people can look at that and it makes sense to them. Amazing. Culture is amazing. I am heading towards the exit now, and I'm going to show you what it looks like outside of this historical 1,000-year-old temple, because it definitely does not fit into this area. It's very, very interesting to see the contrast. And I'd love to know, did you find this interesting? Do you want me to visit more historical and cultural places like this, just because it's pretty far away from the glitz and the glamour of like the Bund and like downtown and tall buildings and lights and stuff, right? But this is interesting to me. This is fascinating. So I hope that you found this interesting. There they go. People are still walking around the pagoda. Then they're gonna go to the temple and light their incense. And let me show you what it looks like outside, because it's very, very different from inside this nice peaceful temple. Let me teach you some Chinese quickly. This is Chu Kou. Chu Kou means exit, and welcome to the busy city of Shanghai. Just across the street there we have the metro station and a very, very busy shopping area, which I can show you right now. There it is, saying goodbye to Longhua Pagoda. Temperature today is 40 degrees, but it feels like 30. There's that pagoda. People were going there 1,000 years ago, and now there's like a state-of-the-art, very busy shopping mall just across the street. It blows my mind, it's crazy. And elevator outdoors always makes me laugh. So this year is the year of the horse, so that is what people will be celebrating. 2026. Surprised we didn't see any horses in there actually. Looks like there's nothing too much upstairs. We need to go back downstairs. Maybe we get a little coffee or a snack or something. So there it says Guizhou cuisine. I've been to Guizhou. I'm pretty sure that is the poorest province in the whole of China. A very, very nice place. There's more of those horses. So there's so many of these shopping areas around the city, and they're all so big and they're all so nice and looked after and clean and stuff, but they're nothing special. Like this, you might look at this and think, wow, it's so cool, but like this is literally just a standard shopping area in Shanghai. So I've been asked about the price of food in the city. If you go to a Western restaurant, for example, there's a steak restaurant over there, it's a French restaurant, it's going to be very, very expensive. Pretty much the same prices if you go to London or New York, but if you go to a Chinese restaurant, Chinese food, it's going to be so much cheaper, so cheap. Like I can get a very nice lunch or dinner here for maybe $3-4, maybe $5, and if you go to the Western French restaurant over there, you're going to be paying, like I said, normal prices. But yeah, Chinese food is the way to go. If you would like to visit Longhua Pagoda, here is the metro station. Longhua Station, exit 1 is the closest, and you literally just cross the street. This is on line 11 and 12. This is a very, very modern shopping area, and like I said, there's a lot of these around China, and you are going to see some foreigners and tourists here, but you do get some Chinese shopping areas too. They're so much cheaper. You're not going to see like luxury brands and expensive restaurants, because the average Chinese person, they cannot afford to go to a French steak restaurant because it's so expensive. Like one dinner for a whole family could literally be like a week's salary for some people here in China. So here's a coffee place, Pete's Coffee. And these look absolutely incredible. Look what they have. Strawberry ice cream latte, cheese sweetheart apple latte, cheese caramel biscuit latte. I literally want all three. So when they say cheese, they mean like whipped cream. It's not like they don't pour cheese in it, no. But which one shall I get? Which one would you get? Let me know.我要这个苹果。苹果。Yeah， 可以热的可以。热的。热的，谢谢。Here we go, live taste test. I wanted the strawberry one, but it has ice cream in it and you couldn't get it hot. And I wanted a hot drink because it's freezing, so I got the cheese sweetheart apple latte. Live test. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Has like apple pieces in it. That is delicious. 非常好喝 Pete's Coffee, 谢谢. That is so needed on a day like today because it is miserable. It has just started raining again and it has been miserable this whole week. I'm not wanting to leave my home. Like I said, I'm off work, but we have to look forward to even worse weather. It's going to get colder. Winter here in Shanghai is pretty rough. We have had some snow since I've been here in the last month, but I am absolutely not complaining because those people in like New York and stuff and in the US, like they're having it rough right now. So I'm definitely not complaining, but it is not ideal because I don't like the cold. So 苹果, it means apple, and 拿铁, it means latte. So Pingguo Natie is apple latte, and that cost me 39 yuan, which is like $5.50 US. So is that reasonable? I think it's pretty reasonable. There are a lot of cheaper coffee places. That is it a Western one? Is it American? I honestly don't know where Pete's Coffee is from, but you can get a lot more cheaper coffee if you go to a Chinese place. Look at this cool little tea place. Looks very cozy. I'm sure this area is super busy when the weather's good. And of course when it's not holiday, because many people have gone back to their hometowns. They've left Shanghai and they'll be home for the holidays. It is a ghost town right now. Definitely related to the weather, definitely related to the holiday. You can see the pagoda there in the background. So that was the outside shopping area. They do have an indoor as well, so let's see what's in here. Let's get out of the cold. Again, you're not going to see many people because of the holiday, because of the weather, but also because it's so expensive for the average Chinese person, like I said. And I'm not dissing them, I'm not putting them down, but it's just reality. It's very expensive. Like a pair of shoes here, even at Li Ning, which is a Chinese brand, it's still going to be very expensive for the average Chinese person. There's a Uniqlo over there, there's a Nike store, New Balance. And I did see something over here which I want to show you. And that is KTV. Now KTV it's a karaoke place. And this is where people like to take their business partners to like welcome them to China, and it's a very Chinese thing. Like it's instead of having like a business dinner, they would take them to KTV and just get drunk and just sing songs for hours and hours. Because I remember when I first arrived in China, we went to KTV with my co-workers, and I was like, oh, this is how they welcome people to China. I was like, yeah, it's a very Chinese experience to go to karaoke, KTV. I've also talked about the many things that makes China so convenient to live in, and this is another thing. So can you guess what these are? These are portable chargers for your phone. So I can scan this QR code, I'm gonna pay about $1 US, and then this is gonna pop out, and then I have a portable charger. And then I can just put it back, and it costs me $1 to charge my phone. So these are absolutely everywhere. Nobody's gonna steal them, nobody vandalizes them, because people need to use them. So this is another thing that makes it very convenient to live in China. I just finished my apple latte, and look, there's a whole apple slice in there and apple pieces. Very delicious. Okay everyone, say it with me. Adidas. Adidas. All right, say it with me. Nike. Nike. Just look at this place. From the outside, I had no idea all of this was in here. We are underground right now, and it is massive. This is something I would never eat. When they serve the fish like this, just a whole fish on the plate, I can't do it. Cannot do it. So here is a hot pot restaurant, and I can show you the menu here. So 70 yuan is about $10 US. So you get all of this meat for about $21. And then of course you can pay a little bit more to get some more, but I think it's great value. And then the big one down there is about $40 for all of that. And it says here you have 90 minutes to eat as much as you can. So yeah, I think it's pretty reasonable if you want to do hot pot. I love hot pot, but spicy, I cannot do it. I will literally die. So here is a Uniqlo. This is a great option if you want to get affordable clothes here in China. The Green Party. They're just teddy bears everywhere. That place has a conveyor belt, and then you just grab whatever you want. I can show you the comparison to a Chinese restaurant. So here's the menu for this place, and it's dumplings. So you can get a whole plate of dumplings for about $5 US. And then here's the side. You can get chicken and broccoli for a few extra dollars. So it's a lot cheaper than the hot pot. It's a lot cheaper than the Western restaurants. There's a lot of these places everywhere as well. I don't like the smell. One of those things I don't like. I don't know what it is, but I don't like the smell. There's place Luckin Coffee. I think this is the most popular coffee place in China. Very popular. This Feiyu, this is a Chinese shoe brand. Look at this place. They got a whole store dedicated to capybara. Really? Really? Please tell me honestly, is this interesting to you? Because I've had people say, Ben, please show us what a Chinese supermarket looks like. Please show us what a Chinese shopping mall looks like, and here it is. Is this interesting to you? Is that giant capybara interesting to you? Please tell me. It's definitely an experience going to a shopping mall and a supermarket in China. It's definitely not like the UK or the US, so I guess it's interesting, right? Please let me know your opinion. I don't know what this store is called because it does not have an English name, but they sell these watches, and so many of the kids in China have these watches and they use them as phones. So of course you cannot get onto the internet, but they can communicate with their parents, they can send text messages, they can have phone calls, all on their watch. I found Dairy Queen, there it is. I don't know how much Dairy Queen costs in America, but you can get a milkshake for about $3 or $4, and you can get a Blizzard for $4 to $5. So let me know if that's cheap, I don't know. Check this place out. Hand punched lemonade fruit tea. They punch it. Manna Coffee is another very, very popular brand here in China. Which city in the world has the most coffee shops? It is Shanghai, China. There is like almost 10,000 coffee shops in this city. I found McDonald's. McDonald's in Mandarin is Mai Dong Lao. Mai Dong Lao. Let me show you the menu. Here we go. Welcome to the wonderful world of McDonald's in China. So they do have an English menu. And remember, 7 yuan is about $1 US. So you can work out how much this stuff costs. I honestly don't know when you compare it to US or UK prices. I don't know. I assume it's a little bit cheaper maybe, but it's still not as cheap as if you go to a Chinese restaurant. You're gonna find some crazy stuff on the menu too. They do have specials sometimes. You get fried chicken. Here are the snacks. Like what is that? Why is it purple? I don't know. Get some sweet corn, McFlurries. Here's the coffees. So pretty much anything that you can get it here as well. There you go, Mai Dong Lao. So here is the special that they currently have for Chinese New Year. Golden Arches Pineapple Angus Burger, 3-piece combo. This is about $5 US, $6 US. There is also a supermarket here in this mall. It's called Aldi. They have these in the UK. I don't know if they have them in the US. I don't think they do, but here's a supermarket. And you don't even need to go outside to go to the metro station. That is the end of another video from Shanghai, China. I sincerely hope that you had fun today. I hope that you found this a little bit interesting. I would love your feedback. Please write me a comment. I reply to every single comment. I'm going to show the supermarket in another video because I think that's another interesting experience, and I hope that you're excited to see more of China. Hit subscribe because there's so many more videos coming from this incredible city in this incredible country. I am so excited to show you more. I hope that you're excited to see more. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye. 再见.